Hello and welcome back to the final quarter three podcast, World Hit JP Fan Club podcast of quarter three. I'm Bars.
I'm Sebastian.
I'm Paul.
I'm Joseph.
And I'm David.
Today we'll be talking about the Byzantine Empire and Christianity throughout the empire. Stay tuned for that right after this short break. All right, so today we'll be interviewing my lovely mother, who also happens to have a degree in history from the University of Miami. Say hi, Mom.
Hey guys.
That's my mom.
Hey.
Okay. So, Paul, you've gotten us started these episodes. Why don't you get us started?
All right.
Get off.
So, this chapter talks about the Justinian, powerful ruler of Byzantine Empire, the Justinian Code, body of Roman law collected and organized by Justinian around 534 AD. Hagia Sophia, church destroyed by mob of rioters in 532 and rebuilt by Justinian. Patriarch, leader of the Eastern Church. Icon, religious image, used in practice by Eastern Christians. Excommunication. Excommunication, formal declaration that someone is no longer a member of the church. Cyrillic alphabet invented by Saints Cyril and Methodius, in which most Slavic languages, including Russians, are written.
All right. So, Borges, you start us off.
Wait, hold on. My thing just shut off. What?
Okay, I'll start it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
just if you got it.
Okay.
No, hold on.
So,
tell me this section because my thing just shut off. My iPad just shut off.
chapter 10, section 1. Chapter 11, section 1.
All right.
Okay, so in the 8300s, the Emperor Constantine moved the capital of the Roman Empire to the east, and he built a great new capital city called Constantinople. It was on the site of the old port city of Byzantium. Constantinople became the center of the empire, and the power moved eastward.
Yeah, the Byzantine Empire was one of the biggest products of the original Roman Empire. It was very strong, mostly because of how good of the leadership they had. So, David, why don't you continue?
All right, and so around 395 AD is when the Roman Empire was officially divided, and the western area was overrun by German tribes, but it after 476 it was just gone. But on the other half, the Byzantine of the Eastern Empire, it lasted for a lot, hundreds of more years.
Yeah.
And in 527, Justinian became the official Byzantine emperor.
Yeah, he did a lot to
Control Italy.
reign. Some of the things that he did was he sent an army to try to regain control of Italy. He also tried to restore the. He also tried to restore the Roman Empire, but by 550, Justinian ruled over almost all of the territory of the old Roman Empire. So he almost accomplished what he was trying to do, which goes to show just how good of a leader he was. Yeah, but one of the biggest things was the changes that Justinian brought. Why don't you talk about that, Borges?
All right. Justinian directed legal experts to create and complete code of laws based on the laws of ancient Rome. This body of civil law, the Justinian Code, served the empire for 900 years. So basically, they're also like Muslims in the sense that they don't change their laws. They kept it strict and kept it how they
Yeah,
were
like
over
they,
time.
yeah, and like they stayed to like one set of laws for like a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, you keep going, Paul.
Okay. So in 532, riots broke out against the emperor. Justinian's troops maintained control of the city, killing thousands of rioters. A church called Hagia Sophia had been destroyed by the mobs. Justinian rebuilt it to become the most beautiful church in the Christian world.
Doesn't Hagia Sophia mean holy wisdom in Greek?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Yep.
And the church,
Nuts.
it's beautiful if you've seen pictures of it.
Okay, well,
It's huge. Here, let me search up a photo real quick. So obviously, I can't show you on the podcast, but it is a huge church. That is it is the site of that church is a staple for the
Like
Russian
historic.
Orthodox. Yeah, it
It's a
is
landmark. It's a landmark.
Damn,
it
that's
is a
crazy big.
landmark. Yeah. But although the Byzantine Empire was big and really massive, the Byzantine Empire faced a lot of dangers. One thing was a terrible disease broke out in 542. It killed thousands upon thousands of people,
Back then, there
and
were lots of diseases.
Yeah,
yeah,
like in our
Yeah,
last podcast or the podcast before, we talked about another disease.
yeah, like many people died because they weren't that advanced, so they didn't have any cures and stuff.
yeah, and not only that,
The
but
spread of infection was faster too.
yeah,
Mm.
the illness killed thousands of people, and it wouldn't just stop there. It would continue coming back after years, until about like 700.
okay, well, some people ask why like the church divided, and the thing is like although that it was based on the Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire had developed like a culture of its own, and people in the Byzantine Empire spoke Greek, not Latin, and they belonged to Eastern Orthodox Church, not the Catholic Church. And the Eastern Church was led by the patriarch, the leading bishop. And however, even the patriarch had to obey the emperor.
Because that's how you rule people, through religion. Like Mr. Delgado said.
Yeah.
Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely.
But in the West, did the Pope have to obey the kings? No. That's the big difference between the two churches.
Oh, why don't you go deeper into that, Mom?
No, that's okay. I'm just presenting questions.
That's our job, Mom.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So now that we're done with that, why don't we get to the interview? So, Mom, what do you think is the biggest difference between the Eastern Orthodox Church and the Catholic Church?
There's a few big differences. One of them is that their priests can get married.
Really?
Families, yes. They allow divorce, I believe. And they do not see Rome or the Pope as the head of their church.
That's interesting because
For real?
that's a big difference between the Catholic Church, but there are a lot of similarities too. Because the Orthodox Church isn't a part of
It's not the Protestant church. It's one of the original churches. The first schism happened. There are two schisms in the church, or actually three. And the first schism happened during the creation of the church. And that's when it divided from the West and the East. And you know what schism means, right, guys?
No.
A division.
No.
A schism. Thanks, Mom.
Heard that before.
Wow, you learn something new every day.
Yeah. And do you guys have any questions from our interviewee?
Actually, hold on. Oh, the two biggest problems the empire faced, maybe.
Mom,
What's the question?
what do you think was the biggest problem that the Byzantine Empire faced?
Probably protecting their borders and their traditions.
Because the German tribes were right next door.
They were there, and preserving their culture, their Roman culture, or the traditions of Rome, which is contrary to the Germanic people, which was learning, libraries, schools of philosophy. That's the reason why we still have preserved all of the learning from ancient Rome was through the Byzantine Empire, where there were still libraries and they were able to store that information.
Wow. But just did Justinian help in preserving the culture?
Well, yes, he did, and he also added his flavor. One of the things that marks the success of an emperor, of a king, is how long their legacies last. And his lasted a very long time, so I would define that as being successful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Mom, for joining us.
You're welcome.
So everybody say thank you to my mom.
Thank you,
you.
Thank you,
Mom.
Mrs. Sanchez.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, that should do it for this final and last installment of the JP Fan Club podcast, quarter 3. Thank you so much for coming. It's been a pleasure. Bye. Mr. Delgado, give us a good grade.
Yeah,
Bye.
guys, don't forget to like,
Bye.
subscribe, and
Comment.